If you watched the video about my call to ministry, you know that after I realized that God was calling me to ministry, I didn't ask Him for confirmation. But there was one thing that I did ask God for. I wanted Him to explain to me what was the difference between being called to ministry and what I was already doing, because I was very busy serving at my church. I was on the leadership team of our women's ministry, and I was also teaching Sunday school for the kids, and I was very busy in ministry, and I really honestly didn't understand what's the difference. And I would ask God over and over again, and He wouldn't answer. He wasn't answering me. And I grew very frustrated because I wanted to know what was the difference. I mean, that was a big thing, to make a major life change. And I wanted to know the difference, but He wouldn't answer. So finally I just told Him, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep serving as I am. And I just left it at that. And then, as you know, a few months later, He confirmed the call for me. And something very unexpected, in a very unexpected way. After God confirmed the call, the way that I processed it, the way I interpreted it, was that it was something that was going to happen in the future. Because when God said through the female minister, when He said, listen for the call, I thought I needed to listen for the call. I thought it was something future. And I used to think about that day over and over again. So many times I replayed that in my mind, what happened that day when she said, listen for the call. And one day, as I was replaying it in my mind, it hit me that God, through her, said, listen for the call, because in that very moment, I was listening to see if He was going to say anything about me being called. That was it. That was the call. That was what I needed. And I don't know why I didn't get that immediately, but the truth of the matter is I didn't. You know, it took several months before it actually clicked for me. So once that happened, I went and I talked to the pastor at our church who was in charge of discipling people who believed they had a call to ministry. And I went and talked to him, and then I became involved in a group at our church that's called Ministers in Training, MIT for short. And my pastor always said that a call to ministry is a call to preparation. And so I eventually did go on to seminary, and I got a Master of Divinity degree. And now I work in full-time ministry.